Thank you, Timothy. Good evening, everyone. There is a microphone here. Okay. My name is Patricia Nanteza, and I'm the director for Replanet. As we are meant to be here, not me, so I'm a bit caught off guard. I request our technical team to please play the Replanet video. They're also in shock, but as they put up the video, Collins taught us the chant for the day. Nuclear. Nuclear, give us some energy. Energy. Nuclear. Energy. You know, we are playing our video here, and Joel was telling us that a very tiny amount of uranium has been powering a ship in the US for 30 years. So it is a very tiny amount of energy that we need to produce nuclear. So we are aware you're tired, you're coming from the Africa Summit, but give us some uranium-like energy. So nuclear. Energy. Thank you. So is the video coming up shortly? No, the one that is 1.53 minutes. The one that's about Replanet Africa. Are you ready to join a movement for a greener and more prosperous Africa? I know we are. I am Patricia Nanteza, and welcome to Replanet Africa, a community passionate about science, nature, and the environment. Together, we are working to liberate nature and elevate humanity. We are all about promoting innovative solutions to the challenges of our time, and we are excited to be at the forefront of these issues. This year, we are focusing on 3 key areas: food security and how biotechnology can contribute to well-fed and healthy communities, the advancement of nuclear energy on the continent. It's amazing that about 10 African countries are ready to launch nuclear power plants by 2030. This is exciting for the 600 million Africans who are energy poor, but even more exciting for the environment, given that all these 600 million people rely on wood fuel for their energy needs. And let's not forget about our Trees for African Cities campaign, where our grassroots community will plant at least 10,000 trees. It's a small step for humankind, but a giant leap for the planet. So come on now, join the movement. Visit our website and follow us on social media to stay updated about all our campaigns and to find out how you can get involved. Together, we can make a real difference for Africa and our planet. Thank you very much. Then I realized that was me. So, Replanet Africa was born in November last year. Officially, we registered in our first country in Uganda in February, but like you saw how we started this event by playing the African Union anthem. Our dream is African. It's African but rooted nationally. So in each and every country where we go to, we want to be legal. We want the citizens of that country to own this vision, run with it, and implement it. So we are legal right now in Uganda. We are also in the process of becoming legal in Kenya. Very soon we are moving to West Africa. We are moving to Ghana, but of course we are coming to Nigeria. I know there are so many Nigerians online watching. We are going to be in all 4 corners of Africa very soon. But why is it that we exist? I think it has been very, very clear. We are not an NGO. We are a movement. So at the end of this day, please feel free to let us know that you would like to become a member. We are a group of volunteers. We do quite a number of crazy things. For instance, we have carried out a street-level activity. It was a rally, not a protest, where we were advocating for biotechnology. This happened in both Kampala and Nairobi. And we took to the streets. We told people, who told you that science doesn't have advocates? Who told you that people hate GMOs? No, we are here and we are the majority. So we went to the streets and we showed our love for GMOs. Anyone will eat a GMO when it becomes, when Kenyan farmers start growing them? Okay, just a handful. I'm sure by the end of today, you will understand why we advocate for this science, and you will consume these GMOs when they become available in Kenya. But like I said, this year we have 3 theme areas: food security, specifically biotechnology. I guess this has to go off. Yes, food security, but I'm still getting an echo. I wonder why. So food security, biotechnology specifically, nuclear energy, and then climate change. We shall do something about trees and plastics by the end of this year or early next year. So I guess really that's just about it, Replanet Africa. But you know, how did I hear about Replanet? Maybe 2 years ago. You know, before COVID, it was before Christ and after Christ. Then after COVID, we started before COVID, and after COVID, thankfully we maintained the C in the acronym. So during COVID, during the COVID lockdown, Mark here invited me to speak to a group of young Europeans. Those days they used to call themselves eco-modernists. He told me it's a group of very lovely people, chilled out, pro-environmentalists, but they want to hear what's happening in Africa. So I spoke with them. There were like maybe 30 to 45 people. I spoke with them. I listened to what they're doing in their different countries. And 2 years later, after COVID, Mark reminded me that, you know, we've always wanted to get this movement to come into the African continent. Is it something that you're interested in doing? And I said, yes, of course. So that is how Replanet comes to Africa. The idea of eco-modernism. Eco-modernism is really about being pro-environment and pro-people. We don't love trees more than we love you. We actually love you more than we love trees. We love you more than we love energy. We want nature to be liberated, and that's our vision and mission, to liberate nature, but we also want to elevate humanity. So where does nuclear energy come into all of this? Of course, it is in the liberation of nature, because as you'll find out during this evening, nuclear energy is zero carbon, but also it has the capability of powering an entire nation, of powering the entire continent, and in so doing, lifting us out of poverty. How many of you have cooked using firewood? Okay, there are some lucky few who haven't. But you know, you're just coughing and you're just a mess. And then they tell you a woman doesn't cough. Who told you women don't cough? Who told you as smoke doesn't go into our lungs and it messes up our system? And so we want an Africa that is not backward. We want an Africa where we are not exposed to all sorts of diseases just because we are cooking with firewood and our children are falling into the fire. If you take your time and look around at some Africans, they have, funny scars. They'll tell you that I was born like that, but they weren't born like that. They were little children running around their mothers, and they fell in the fire, in the firewood fire. So among the so many numerous benefits of nuclear energy that I won't tell you, because our SE participants wrote down these benefits and we evaluated them, and this evening we are here to celebrate those minds. The minds who told us that, okay, we see you, Replanet. You want to elevate Africa through SDG 7 and 9. Anyone can tell me what SDG 7 is about? We all came from the Africa Summit today. Energy, yes. And SDG 9? Okay. No one. I'll give a goodie at the end of the day. So let's ask Miss Google, and she'll tell us what SDG 9 stands for. So they were like, okay, we see you, you are for SDG 7 and 9, and we are going to share our thoughts. So that is why we carried out this SE competition, to hear what is it that young people think about nuclear energy. What is it that young people think about the development of Africa? And that is why we are here this evening. We say thank you for coming to celebrate with us those winners. It's going to be a fabulous evening of learning. And at the end of the day, please feel free to walk up to me or our team. Replanet Uganda is also here. It's not just Replanet Kenya. I would like to request our members from Uganda, Replanet Uganda, to just stand up. Olivia, Perez. Yes, we are still a small team, and Ian is joining us online. So we came here to beef up our Kenyan colleagues, to support them. So walk up to us and tell us, I'm interested. If you're from without Uganda and without Kenya, you can tell us that, you know, when you come to Ghana, I met Mr. Coffee this evening, and he's like, okay, in Ghana we are ready. We shall start this Replanet thing. If you're from Burkina Faso, if you're from the island nations, please walk up to us and show interest, so that when we come over there, we shall start with you. But with those not very brief remarks, I welcome you to Replanet Africa, and to just remind you that human beings are at slightly at a higher tier than environment. Don't be worried that we are going to love trees more than we love you. That's why we have food for you to enjoy at the end of the day. There is lots of entertainment. So please feel free, enjoy yourselves, and let us celebrate the young women and men who participated in this essay competition. Thank you very much. I hope our dancers are ready. As our dancers come, did anyone ask Miss Google what SDG 9 is? I had a rumor that Google was a mister. That is a myth. Yes, Lorna.
Goal 9 seeks to build resilient infrastructure, promote sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. SDG 7, I'm just going to read a small section of it. Ensure universal access to affordable, reliable, and modern energy services.
Thank you, Lorna. You win yourself an honorary membership to Replanet Kenya. And she's told us SDG 9 is about industrialization. And that is why we are advocating for nuclear energy, because we know we are not going to industrialize on just hydroelectric power, on solar and wind. We need something else to support these renewable sources of energy. Are our dancers ready? But Collins is a rapper. So Collins is coming up next. Collins.
Hello, everyone. I want you to cheer up a bit, and you can just greet your neighbor. Sorry. Yeah, I hope everybody can see me. Yeah. I want you to cheer up a bit, and yeah, you can just ask your neighbor the name, actually, and just to break the monotony a bit. Yeah. Umuliza anaitwa nani, and if that person is happy to be here. Like somebody said, are you happy to be here or here to be happy? Yes? All right. I want you to cheer up a little bit, yeah? Okay. I could tell you, say, speak about climate change. Most of you, they already know what's my pension. Nuclear gotta teach you something me they never mention. Cause it's bad road, tough making an explosion. Papa me saying nuclear's been lighting my home. Not the licking, not the smoking, only picking my home. It's perception that is rude, only people were wrong. Nuclear's good, nuclear safe, only making my day. Yeah. Nuclear's making our day. Easy. You can turn your neighbor and say, nuclear is good, yeah? Yeah. Nuclear is good, nuclear is safe. Nuclear reactors are safe. the safety, the culture, all of it do. I want you to cheer up and say, Paratom. Paratom tom 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 tom. Paratom tom 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 tom. Paratom tom 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 tom. Paratom we speak for the atom. Paratom tom 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 tom. Paratom tom 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 tom. Paratom tom 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 tom. Paratom we speak for the atom. When we say per atom, nuclear energy has an enormous energy per atom. It produces substantial electricity by just small amount of fuel. And that's why we say per atom. And that's why we rap for nuclear. Everybody say per atom. Per atom, tom, 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 tom. Everybody. Tom, 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 tom. Paratom, tom, 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 tom. Paratom, we speak for the atom. Paratom, tom, 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 tom. Paratom, tom, 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 tom. Paratom, 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 tom. Paratom, we speak for the atom. Thank you so much. This is Collins and my rap. Thank you.
We are waiting for the most powerful dance. But as we do that, Peter will come and take us through why we're here and how we got here. We're here to celebrate and award the top essay writers in Africa on nuclear energy. He will tell us how we got there. Thank you.
Hello and good evening once again. As I mentioned earlier, my name is Peter Gishuki from Replanet Africa and Replanet Kenya. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to have you here because of this engaging essay competition that we held starting from July 1st to July 31st. And this was brought about by a few issues because we wanted to ignite the conversation around nuclear energy as a sustainable energy source and also as an alternate to fossil fuels. And we felt that involving students in this process was one of the ways that we could build, because these students are generally the leaders of tomorrow. And we want to build have informed and knowledgeable leaders that are able to make the right solutions when it comes to powering our African continent. And so for this nuclear energy competition, we received 128 valid submissions. And of those submissions, we had applicants and submissions from 60 universities across Africa, across 13 countries. And of those 13 countries, we found that there are some countries that actually caught on more than others. And maybe these are the countries where nuclear energy might be needed and might be propping up in the future. And of these are Uganda, which had 38 participants, Nigeria, which had 36 participants, and Kenya, which had 33 participants. So this competition, we tried to make it as blinded as possible, in the sense that very few members of the team will access the information at any single time. And how we did this was, at the first stage, when the submissions were received, after the deadline, they were all put together and divided among 4 of our able members of the team. And these members were unaware of the rankings. They were just given different numbers that they could assign the candidates, and they were to take out any identifying information about the candidates, be it, because we'd asked the candidates for a lot of information, their demographics, their names, their lecturers' names. So we ensured that none of this information was left in any of those submissions, and the candidates were just identified by a singular candidate number. And following this, we had listed out a criteria for which the candidates were supposed to follow. And once the 4 members of our team returned those submissions, the coded essays were then subdivided among other different members. No member received the same essay they had coded before. And for this was just to check the different criteria that we'd given. And that includes the word count, if it fit between the different levels that we'd given them, the font, and other guidelines that we listed on the guideline document. And following that, all the essays that passed this criteria stage were then run through plagiarism detectors, and that is the Turnitin detector, and where we had a cutoff point of 15%. And from this, all the essays that were passed through plagiarism, the Turnitin plagiarism detector, 41% passed that. So you can see the numbers are reducing as we move. And 41 of these essays that passed the plagiarism test that had a score of less than 15%, indicating originality of the work that the people had done, they were then taken, the passing essays, and again subdivided to our able team. Now that is Patricia Nantenza and Timothy Machi. And from here, they were supposed to grade these essays on a scale of 1 to 100 based on their feasibility, their research and evidence, organization and structure, analysis and critical thinking, and integration of the themes that we wanted to see. And these themes are, there's a clean energy access, there's a climate change mitigation, energy diversification, socioeconomic benefits, and environmental concerns. And also, the creativity and clarity of the submissions were also looked into. And you can see, from here, we can say all the essays that got to this point were some of the best essays that were out there. Maybe some of the best essay writers that we have out there. And because of this, we actually had to increase the pass mark from the before number that we had agreed on of 60% to a 75%, because all the essays that had gotten to this stage were high quality essays. And from there, the essays that got a score of above 75% were 7. And from these essays, the 7 essays were then sent to 4 external reviewers, and I will name them. I think I should get a prompt here for the names. But the 4 judges were Mr. Marius Chonang Pokoha, there was Marco Visicha, Craig Jantzen, and Rauri Paten. These are leaders in the nuclear field. They are people who understand the science of nuclear energy, and we felt they were the best place to actually evaluate these essays and see if they answer the questions that we so desperately needed. How is nuclear energy going to work for Africa? So first and foremost, I think I'd like to thank the judges. Most of them are joining us online. Thank you so much for your effort and participation. And from these 7 submissions that we sent to the judges, there were 5 that emerged top, and those are the ones that are going to be awarded here today. So as we wait for them to post up the profiles of the judges up here, I will then just ask us to repeat the slogan. So what was it? I can't hear you. Energy. Energy. So I'll say nuclear, you say? Nuclear? Nuclear? Thank you so much. I think we can keep going. So nuclear? The moment I hear something loud, I think is when you're going to stop.
Thank you, Peter, for taking us through how we got here and why we did. I can see our friends at the back, the dancers. Are you ready to take the stage? Please come. You have just about 2 minutes to technical team, there is some... This music is a gift from Replanet Uganda. As a way of standing with us, they thought they will not just come and be with us here today and to welcome every other guest around. They thought they should come with their best act. And we could only but thank them for that.
Abazadde bamulabeko ye mama ngose mwami akabiro jerengesa omumala kali kutanda kali kusula mubenga biyesambaganye tekiseyo n'olaba nabine ebigambo njagala obitwale kunkumula amatugo njagala obiwulire mwana wange mugenze kufumba naye tobeera omufumba kafu anewala amayuba yatema ensogasoga oyaniriza omumanye ne gwotamanyi ekitiibwa ky'omukyala zibeera mpisa zokulembeza nga tonnakwata ekitiibwa ky'obufumbo kabeera mawuno nnyo era kimweba oyo abeera kigwanira onoobikwata ebyogenze kufumba ne bakadde bobaweesa ekitiibwa anti okuzala kwekuba okujagala jagala jagala jagale bayozere bayotabule omukwano gw'omusajja gundi bubi bayozere bayotabule amazina bajagala gasala bayozere bayotabule guno omukwano gw'omwana gundi bubi bayozere bayotabule amazina bajagala gasala omanyi omukwano anti likwa lya tovu likusiwa bwe likujijira kamwenyumwenyu kano kondabako kutama sanyu lya mwana ekisulo ky'okusanyuka kyasizenze kisula nemmanya nti olwo kanaabeera ketalo ebyakakyokano kufuno yakwagala nakuleeta nembazadde n'amala kwanjula kabeera ketalo kaba kayisa nnyo kuba kujagana jagana ngazaala kuza essanyu ly'omuzadde linzite sirisa engoma nzinemu amateera gwe gajja kumenya leka munnamunjoloba zine magonju oba ganjawuza walalalalala sirisa engalabi nzinemu amateera gwe gajja kumenya yongeza kukunyeyo wolololo wolololo essanyu linzita fayo fayo gwe bayozere bayotabule omukwano gw'omusajja gundi bubi bayozere bayotabule amazina bajagala gasala bayozere bayotabule guno omukwano gw'omwana gundi bubi bayozere bayotabule amazina bajagala gasala
Thank you very much. Mwebale nnyo bana Uganda. That is the farthest my Uganda can go. But thank you very much. I'm sure those of us who felt like dancing and didn't dance only got ourselves to blame. Maybe we'll have a moment again to have them back if there'll be time. And when they do, please don't hold yourself back. Get to the stage, join them, shake a leg. We wanted to show profiles of the judges briefly. I don't know whether they're ready. If they are not ready, we had a short clip to play about nuclear. I don't know whether we're going to play it. As they put together that, let me take this opportunity to invite Carolina Liso, Director, Replanet, can I say international? Most welcome, karibu sana.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests of honor, it is a privilege for me to stand here today to be part of the new exciting beginning of the Replanet Africa, the chapter here, right in Nairobi, during the African Climate Summit in Kenya. Including Africa in the global development efforts is essential for a more equitable, prosperous, and stable world. The early environmental movement emerged from a stark realization and the undeniable signs of our planet's distress. They were right before our eyes. Uncontrolled emissions, ruthless whale hunting, nuclear weapon tests in our skies became symbols of humanity's reckless exploitation of the Earth. This awakening ignited a fire within both the public and policymakers. Significant victories have been secured, and these issues now hold a place of paramount importance. Yet, regrettably, the traditional environmental movement often carries a narrow perspective on our relationship with nature. It presumes that humanity's impact is solely negative, necessitating suppression. This mindset reflects criticism of economic growth, despite its role in the lifting countless people from poverty. Even advanced technologies like genetic modification and advanced plant breeding techniques face opposition, despite their enormous potential to feed the world. Our global energy system accounts for 3/4 of the climate change emissions, and some environmental groups oppose only the stable source of fossil fuels and reliable energy, the nuclear power. Curiously, nations have phased out nuclear power remain dependent on fossil fuels. Solar and wind energy show promise, but alone they cannot sustain modern fossil-free societies. Nuclear power, constituting 40% of advanced economies' electricity, is our largest source of clean energy. As our energy needs to double or even triple, the need for fossil-free baseload power becomes even more evident. Replanet unites those who believe in the harmony of human prosperity, vibrant ecosystems, pristine oceans, and stable climate. We welcome all of those who see technological and economic progress as a vital tool for the environment in our modern era. Replanet represents a science-focused, non-profit organization, and we view humans not as the problem, but as the solution. Environmental and climate endeavors will falter if they hinder of our pursuit of fulfilling lives. We envision a future founded on ecological, social, and economic sustainability, where technology propels us towards cleaner air, more efficient energy use, responsible agriculture, and healthier ecosystems. To achieve this vision, we recognize the need for a shift in political decisions and economic incentives. That's why we're uniting individuals from diverse backgrounds and political affiliations to forge a new environmental movement, one that champions science and evidence-based policymaking, one that understands the necessity of all fossil-free energy sources, including nuclear, in tackling the climate change. Ensuring Africa's active participation in the global transition for clean energy is vital, as it is not only promising sustainable development, but also fostering global equity. Neglecting this continent's potential hinders the progress towards a more prosperous and environmental balanced world. Together we aim to confront the great challenges of our time and build a better future for all. The world is never better than in its inhabitants, so let's replanet. Asante. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolina. Hakuna matata. Can we quickly have a profile of judges before we proceed to something else? Okay. Somebody with better eyes?
Yes, thank you so much. My name is Perez, Replanet Uganda. So I'm reading our profile, the profile of judges. Rauli Patanen is an award-winning science writer and communicator. He runs a non-profit think tank called Think Atom, which seeks to study and popularize how humanity can use nuclear technologies to decarbonize energy systems and provide abundant energy for everyone. His most recent publication is a free book titled Writing About Energy, a companion for journalists and readers interested in energy issues. Let's go next. Craig Jansen is a nuclear scientist turned diplomat. He previously worked with the International Atomic Energy Agency. Craig is passionate about science, energy, and climate change. Marco Visace writes and speaks about the energy transition and climate policy. He has a written book, Why We Need to Fear Nuclear Energy, The Emotion and the Facts. He is a co-founder of Replanet, a global environmental organization. He also hosts the podcast, Welcome to the Anthropocene. And lastly, I think that's the last, I don't know. Marius Tichonang is a senior scientist with the Radiation and Reactor Theory Group of the Research and Technology Development Division of NEXA. NEXA, was that all? Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. In my previous life, I would be so angry over the glitches we've experienced this evening, but we shall blame it on the limited energy that we have in Africa until nuclear comes. So energy, 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 energy. Yeah, so I'm not angry with anyone, but maybe the echo can reduce so that we can hear ourselves properly. Now, this is the reason as to why we invited you here this evening. This is what we were working towards on July 1st when we launched the nuclear essay writing competition, opened it for 1 month, closed it on the 31st of July, and we went through that grueling evaluation process that Peter took us through. So I would like to invite the following people to come and tell us who the winners are. I hope I'm not showing you the winners. I would like to invite Carolina. When they come, I request you to use that microphone, and I will give you the card and you read for us who the winner is. We shall start with number 5. Yes. So Carolina is going to tell us who our number 5 winner is.
This one, yeah.
This is better.
Okay, another great honor. So, in the 5th place, from Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Sandra Afwande Olwango. Congratulations. Please enter the stage.
Good evening. My name is Sandra Afwande Olwango. I'm from Jomo Kenyatta University. I participated in this nuclear essay writing competition on July. Okay. Yeah, I'm a student of radiography at the Jomo Kenyatta University. I got to learn of nuclear energy mainly through my course because we deal with radiation in diagnosing patients and in treating patients. So I got to know first about the use of nuclear in medicine. But as I advanced, now I'm in 4th year, as I was advancing, I got to learn of the role of nuclear in other fields, such as agriculture, in energy. So the writing of this essay, I was like saying about how nuclear energy is going to aid Africa as a whole in attaining the SDG number 7, which is for Africa to have clean energy. And I hope such organizations like Replanet Africa, they advocate for nuclear energy and pushing the word about nuclear to the population, to the public, and to the governments. It will solve most of Africa's problem, especially pertaining to energy. And for any development to occur, we need sustainable energy. Yeah. And I'm also a member of the Kenya Young Generation in Nuclear. And my president is here. He's Mr. Raphael Chesori. He's also my lecturer. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. And congratulations.
Mr. Raphael, please come through because lecturers played an integral part in this nuclear essay competition. We wanted the students to work with their lecturers. So if you could give very brief remarks, but also take a picture with your student and Carolina. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm privileged to be part of this celebration of our ceremony for nuclear essay competition. Sorry, I lost my voice. You know, I preach the gospel of nuclear here in Africa. I'm a minister of nuclear. I'm proud of my student. I think I'm one person who has really played a role with the team in JKUAT in nurturing students regarding the peaceful applications of nuclear science and technology, not only in Kenya, but globally. I stand here, you can see I'm putting maybe 2 clothes. This is our t-shirt. We were participating at the climate change. We were passing message, nuclear for climate. And as you said, my name is Raphael Chesori. I'm a World Nuclear University fellow. I'm also IEA PhD fellow, and I'm currently the vice president for the International Youth Nuclear Congress, which is a global network of future leaders in nuclear science and technology. I'm also currently serving as the president for the Continental Network. I'm really happy and excited to join the team in Replanet Africa, and I say, Karibuni Kenya, and we are here to play a role as a team. Thank you. Congratulations.
Photo moment, please, Carolina. Photo moment. Energy.
Energy. Nuclear energy. Thank you, Carolina. Pleasure to meet.
Oh, I did that picture also. Yes, I love that. Yes, definitely. Nuclear, we need something to be a smile. Nuclear. Energy. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Sandra. So Sandra came in 5th from 128 participants. Congratulations indeed. And then let me see who came in 4th. Timothy Machi is the coordinator of Replanet Kenya. I would request Timothy to come and let us know who is coming in number 4.
Nuclear. Nuclear. At number 4, we have a 4th-year student of Bachelor of Petroleum Geoscience and Production from Makerere University in Uganda. He's called Chigala Jesse Sin.
Thank you very much. I'm Chigala Jesse. I bring you greetings from the Pearl of Africa. I would like to thank Replanet Africa for this platform of giving us a voice to contribute towards a sustainable future. Nuclear energy has several benefits, but allow me to summarize it this way. It's not only the energy, but it has side stream linkages with agriculture, health, and so many other sectors. So let me summarize it this way. Africa is faced with a double threat. We know of the energy trilemma, and we also have the energy transition. These are real trends, these are realities, and nuclear energy is a top contender of addressing both of these trends. Finally, I would like to thank my collaborating tutor in absentia, I think is following online, Mr. Joseph Okulo, and all our people in Uganda that are tuning in live, and every one of you who has participated in this process, and all the stakeholders that have made this happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sean, and congratulations. Yes. Coming in 3rd. Yes. Oh, even with me from Kampala, we can take a picture when we go back home. Energy. Nuclear. Thank you. Congratulations, Sean. Number 4 out of 128. That means his essay was original. He did not plagiarize. He paid attention to the simple instructions of we want Times New Roman 12 double spacing. Some brilliant essays fell through just because they didn't follow simple instructions. And number 3 is someone coming in from West Africa. And this evening I told you we met we made a West African friend, Mr. Kofi. I would like to give you the honor to come and tell us. I'm sure you'll even pronounce this name better than the East Africans. So please come tell us who is coming in number 3. I hope they are getting him ready online.
I have it here. Coming in the 3rd position is Chiahanam Joseph from the University of Nigeria, a 5th-year student of medicine and surgery. Who is taking it for him?
Jumia will deliver it.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Kofi. I don't know whether Joseph is in position to give remarks. He is? Or we continue? We can... Joseph, please start your video. I hope you can hear me. Ian, if Joseph doesn't have rights, make him co-host so that he can turn on his video and speak. So while we get that sorted out, we can move on, but we are good. What? Okay. Okay, Joseph, hi, good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Planet Africa.
Oh, lovely, lovely to hear from you this evening. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from Nigeria, Enugu State.
In Enugu State.
It's a great honor to be here. Announced as the top 3 is very excited about it, and I'm thanking Planet Africa for the opportunity, for giving us the chance to. I want to say a very big thank you.
Okay, Joseph, at least we've heard from you. We've seen your face. Congratulations. You come in number 3. Reading the Nigerian essays was quite exciting because Nigeria is the only African country I know where a generator is a necessity. When I lived and worked in Nigeria, in Ibadan, and when you're buying a car in Nigeria, I don't know what Kenyans tell you, but in Uganda, usually it's the number plate. We call them new models, even though they are like 15 years older. They're like, this is the new model. In Nigeria, they're like the AC works, Because if the AC in Nigeria doesn't work, I don't know what you're going to be sweating in your car. If you don't own a generator, power is always going off. They have a new definition of intermittence. Every like 1 hour or 2 hours, power is off. And then, the whole country is... So if anyone needs nuclear, Nigeria, we hope you'll be second to South Africa. Joseph, we are very proud of you. And you're welcome to Replanet Africa. Like we said, all the 128 people who participated have now become members of Replanet Africa. We look forward to engaging with you more when we come to Nigeria, and even before we come. And you're a 5th-year student of medicine. We look forward to seeing the great things that you're going to do in your medical field. So congratulations again, Joseph. And let me move on to our second winner. This is usually called the first runner-up. And I would like to invite... And our second winner is also online. So Ian, you know who this winner is. Please try speak to him so that we can get him up in time. I would like to request our board chairperson, Professor Charles Ngome, to come and tell us who is coming in number 2. nuclear energy.
Where is the name? Oh, yes, I can see it. Now, this is from the University of Pretoria, South Africa, first year, physical sciences. Our first year must have done very well. Mpigie makofi kidogo. Is Kanor Dalen. Kanor Dalen. He's a first year student in physical, is a first year student doing physical sciences from the University of Pretoria. I think he has worked very well. We needed to appreciate him again. The others have been at year 4, but this is our first year. Appreciate this boy again. Okay. Can he make a few remarks?
Oh, I'm a bit speechless right now. Thank you to Replanet Africa for this amazing opportunity. I've been very passionate about nuclear energy for years now, and I rarely actually share my ideas. So I really am very grateful that I could actually share my ideas with everyone here. Thank you.
Dalen is brief. He has the energy of nuclear energy. Dalen, congratulations. Indeed, you are the only first year. All the others are finalists. So, indeed, well done. And I would like now to announce the winner of this, of our very first nuclear essay writing competition. We are going to be back next year. It may be about nuclear, it may be about something else. And now I would like to invite also our chief guest, who is the deputy chairperson of NEMA, the board of NEMA, National Environmental Management Authority in Kenya, Miss Sophie, to please come and tell us who the winner is.
Okay, and our winner today is Mike Felix Okoth Ochieng. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Felix Okoth. I'm an electrical and electronics engineering student at the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. I'm thankful to be given this opportunity to get to be part of this essay writing competition. For so long, Africa has been looked upon as a place where if anything ever happens to the rest of the world, Africa will be the place where we'll now be starting over because of our basic life skills that we've gained through agriculture and everything. And when Peter was talking here, he talked about us being young leaders and being the leaders of tomorrow. And I really thank Replanet Africa for giving us this opportunity. But ever since we've been growing up, we've been told that we are the leaders of tomorrow. But I think, I'm not saying we're old enough, but I think we have reached a point where now we just hope people could trust us and believe in us to be the leaders now. I would also like to thank my lecturer, Mr. Simon Chege. His guidance and support through this process was very immeasurable. He helped me a lot. I'm very passionate in writing. I'm also passionate in matters that relate to energy and finding ways that to make Africa sustainable. And I'm very happy to be part of this opportunity. Replanet Africa, a few days back when I was getting the email that I was being invited to be here, I actually wanted to come online. And my lecturer told me, why don't you come physical? What if you win? And I remember asking him, you really think I could win? And it came as a shock when I received the email that I may be one of the top 5 winners, and I'm here, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. I thank God that I got to take part in this endeavor. Thank you, Replanet, and thank you, Mr. Chege.
Miss Sophie, please come and give our winner his gift. Yes, so the top 3 get a laptop. So what Felix here is receiving is a laptop. Darlene and Joseph in Nigeria, Jumia is going to deliver your laptop to your doorstep. So please make sure you give us the right, you give us the right address. Your laptop will get to you within a week. And the lecturer is here, right? Please come. So Mike plus his lecturer, they get the opportunity to travel to South Africa, and visit a nuclear reactor. So congratulations again. And maybe we shall hear from the lecturer just briefly. As when he finishes, I would like to invite all those who are in the room, the winners who are in the room, Sophie, Prof, Carolina, so that we can come and take a photo together.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'm pretty excited that my student is a winner today, and I'm also very honored to be part of this occasion. We started this journey on, is it 17th of July, when we received an email from our administration that there was an essay competition that was being held. And I forwarded to many classes that are in our departments, and several students showed interest, and I worked with some of them, and I'm happy to say that Mike was exceptional. We did almost 15 iterations for that essay, and I'm pleased to say that we did a good job, and I'm very excited to be part of this occasion. Thank you, Replanet Africa, for giving our students a platform to be involved in advocacy, and we are inviting you to our university so that we can be able to help you also advocate your message. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I would like to invite the other 2 winners in the room, Carolina, Timothy here, Sophie, Prof. Maybe we move the... Please bring your gift. People will think we never gifted you. Maybe we move it towards, we move it off the yeah? The winners. I need to be in the picture. Maybe we move like this. I think we need to be next to Felix. Energy. Nuclear. Yes, where should we look? Okay. Thank you. Now the winners can stay, just the 3 of you. Then we get remarks from Sophie, right? We need to start setting up the cake. Please tell Peter. Come.
Can Ngome come to invite Sophie?
Okay. Yes. Nuclear, give them some energy. It's difficult to smile. Nuclear. Energy. Well done. Congratulations again. It doesn't stop here. You know we are bold, we are different, we are always on the streets, so we are going to invite you. Will you come? Great. So I would like to invite Prof. Prof also doubles as the board chairperson of Replanet Kenya, to give just a few brief remarks and then invite Madame Sophie.
I think that we know who the winners are. We want to be very, very brief. If there is something to eat, we eat. If we want to shake a leg, we shake a leg. So I'll be very brief. So first, I want to appreciate the opportunity that I've been given as the chairman of Replanet Africa. Two, I want to congratulate all those that have won. It has been very special. There is a first year in the University of Pretoria. Then in the whole team, there is only one girl. All the 5, 4 are men. One is Msichana's mama. I want you to clap for this girl. I want to appreciate this. Before I forget, this is what I want to share. Bwana Chege, as a lecturer, Chesoli is here as a lecturer. I want to make a request. I will request Replanet International to write a letter to your respective universities. Of course, you come from one university, Jomo Kenyatta, to write to the dean, to the chairman of their departments, to indicate that these two are talented. That will help them go to the second level when they finish. It will make it easier for you to get a scholarship for your second level. So I want to ask Carolina that we shall work with you. You do a letter, you appreciate them. You explain what they have gone through and where they have reached. It means these are younger talents that universities can nurture. Chege can want to follow that to help Okoth get a scholarship. Chesoli, you may want to use that to help this young girl get a scholarship, go to the next level. That is what we do in universities, because I also belong to the university. For those of you who are seeing me for the first time, I've been a lecturer from the 80s. I quit a bit. I became a deputy governor somewhere for 5 years. Went for elections in Kenya, they say, nikaanguka bila kupingwa. I didn't go through. So now I'm in NEMA, and now the chairman of Replanet. What I wanted to assure our colleagues from Europe is this. We are going to work very hard. Patricia, you are here. Team March is here. We are going to work very hard to register Replanet Africa Kenya chapter. The guy who is going to help us register was not able to come here. He's in Botswana, but we have already talked. As soon as he comes, he will be helping us to register. Then too, the Minister for Environment would have been here today, tonight. The chairman of NEMA and the CEO of NEMA. But today was a very difficult day. We tried to bite more than we could chew. That's what I saw. So it was not possible. So I want to thank the vice chairman who has come here to represent them. And the vice chairman is very special in the sense that she's a Maasai girl, and the Maasais in Kenya are among the communities that are suffering most from the crisis created by the climate change. So I'm happy that they didn't come, they gave you an opportunity to be seen here. For people to know that you are surviving, you are resilient, and so on. So I want to appreciate you. Finally, friends, climate change is climate crisis is a very serious matter. Irrespective of your political persuasion, your religious persuasion, we must come together as members of the human race to fight for climate change. it is very, very critical. For those of you who know Nairobi, September and August is supposed to be very cold. But when you pass out, it's not. It's not as cold as it's supposed to be because of the rising what? Temperatures. So it is a crisis. And before I finish, have a tendency of not remembering well, have colleagues I came with. Bishop Dr. Paul Mwaura, can you stand? He's a member of the board. NEMA. Amos Andama, he was my student at Kenyatta University. He sits on the board of NEMA with me. Amos, thank you for coming. I saw Ongare. Ongare, can you come in front? You are not as tall as I am, so you'll not be seen very well. Ongare is one of the senior officers of NEMA, a technical man who understands so many issues about climate change, including issues related to nuclear energy. I want to appreciate him. In fact, it was a pleasant surprise that I saw him here because I didn't invite him here. He had his own network of coming here. Can you give him a clap? I came with a friend while at the Africa Climate Summit. I ran into a friend, Kofi from Ghana. To remember his name, remember Kofi Annan, but after that, remove Annan. Here he is. He told me he's very excited about Climate Africa, and he wants, with the permission from Carolina and others, he wants to begin the West African chapter. Thank you. Finally, I came with my able vice chair. I'm a member of NEMA. I'm not the chairman, I'm not the vice. Mimi ni mtu wa mkono. But we have a chairman who would have been here. He was not able to come, called Emilio Mugo. But we have a vice chair who is very, very able. Madam Sophie Takaria Matura. Tonight, she's our chief guest. Perhaps, without saying more than what I've done, allow me and help me to appreciate her as she comes over to make her remarks. Thank you so much. The vice chair, I'm loyal, but once you come here, now I'm the chair.
This is one guy when he's not around, everything just, he's a very funny guy. And we thank God that he's in our lives in one way or the other. So distinguished guests, scholars, and inspiring researchers, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Sophie Matura, as my colleague has said, and a vice chair to NEMA, and I thank God for that. First, before I read my, not really my speech, you know, I have my directors here, so they will take the information to the chair. So before I read the chair's speech, accept the apology of the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Soipan Ntuya, our Chairman, Emilio Mugo, and also our DG. All of them will have wished to be here, but due to the very busy schedule of the climate change, I'm sure all of us are aware of that, they could not come. So have you received the apology? You're not talking as if you're convinced. Asante sana. So allow me to read the speech of our chairman, that is Emilio Mugo, who was actually to represent the CS, but now he was not available, so I'm the one to represent him. It is an absolute honor to stand before you this evening in this ceremony that honors our bright young men and women as they contribute to the understanding of nuclear energy and its place in Africa. As a people and as a generation, nuclear energy is perhaps Africa's last best hope to address climate change and powering sustainable economic development. Looking at this room, all present share a common goal: to explore innovative solutions that address the challenges posed by climate change while ensuring a suitable future for Africa. Climate change is an existent threat that demands action, urgent action. Africa, with its rich biodiversity and a vulnerable ecosystem, is particularly susceptible to the adverse impact of the changing climate. Rising temperatures, extreme weather events, and dwindling water resources poses significant challenges to our continent's social, economic, and environmental well-being. In the circumstances, nuclear energy emerges as a compelling solution. It offers a clean, reliable, and low-carbon alternative to fossil fuels, making it a key element in our transition towards a sustainable energy future. Nuclear power plants produces virtually no greenhouse gas emissions during their operations, and their ability to generate large amounts of electricity consistently can help reduce Africa's reliance on fossil fuels and mitigate our carbon footprint. Moreover, nuclear energy has the potential to address the pressing issue of energy poverty in Africa, where up to 600 million people have no access to reliable electricity. In Kenya, by 2040, the demand for electricity will exhaust the current generation capacity, making a powerful case for urgent adaptation of nuclear power. Only this way shall we be able to generate up to 5,000 megawatts by the year 2030 to feed the anticipated growth in energy consumption at both household and industrial level. Nuclear power plants can provide a stable and abundant source of energy, enabling us to meet the increasing demand of our rapidly growing population and drive economic development. However, even as we do this, we must acknowledge the importance of implementing nuclear energy in a manner that prioritizes safety, security, and sustainability. As a country, we are working to develop robust regulatory frameworks, stringent safety protocols, and comprehensive waste management to ensure the responsible use of nuclear technology. To therefore have the next generation of leaders lend their voices to this topic in the manner they have done is laudable. To the winners and all the participants, congratulations. Your essays have shed light on the critical role that nuclear energy can play in Africa's sustainable development journey. Your exceptional essays have not only earned you well-deserved recognition, but have also contributed to the growing body of knowledge of nuclear energy in Africa. Your research, insights, recommendations, and profound understanding of nuclear energy will undoubtedly contribute to the ongoing dialogue to shape the way we approach this source, addressing the challenges we face and maximizing the opportunity it presents. To Replant Africa, thank you for creating this platform through which our upcoming scholars and researchers have demonstrated profound understanding and vision for the future of nuclear energy on our continent. Kindly let us clap for Replant Africa. Thank you so much. Your commitment to promoting scientific inquiry and raising awareness about the potential of nuclear energy in addressing climate change and promoting sustainable development in Africa is commendable. In closing, as a country and as a continent, let us embrace the opportunity presented by nuclear energy to combat climate change, reduce our carbon footprints, and foster sustainable development. Together, we can create a future where clean and reliable energy is accessible to all, where our natural resources are preserved, and where the well-being of our people and our planet is safeguarded. Thank you, and may our collective effort pave the way for a prosperous and a sustainable Africa. God bless you, and God bless Africa. Thank you so much. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Sophie. I would like so as we set up the cake, today is actually when we officially launch Replanet Africa. So I request my team to please set up the cake and the beautiful things of the evening so that we can launch. We shall invite our winners for the evening, the guest of honor and, board chairperson to come and join us. So as we are setting up, and I'm sure they are moving very fast, like, they have the energy of uranium to set up so that people can have food and we start networking. There is territory that I want to claim, territory that has been taken away from me. Is it because I smile, I'm the MC, so I don't look like I am important? But I'm actually the boss of Replanet Africa. I'm the director. So I should be the one that you're asking, Patricia, please write letters to the lecturers, promising me beautiful things. So just to take back my territory from Carolina. Yes, Carolina is the boss of me and I am the boss of Africa. But we are very happy that something that started as a simple Zoom call. Please come talk to my friends in Europe, the eco-modernists has led us here. So when we invite you to please to come be a panel on our webinars, don't refuse. If we are giving you data, well and good. If we are not giving you, you never know. You could end up becoming director of something that is going to impact humanity. So I'm very happy today. September 4th becomes Replanet Africa Day. I would like to invite my entire team, Prof, Madame Sophie, Carolina, our winners, to please come and we officially launch this movement that's about elevating humanity and liberating nature and celebrating nuclear energy and its promise to Africa tonight. Where are the Replaneteers? Peter, Collins, Prof. Winners, please. We are going to get some music or something. How are we doing this?
Sweet
ensongola ng'obulabo bwe ŋŋamba oba ng'owakana mubuuza Badiro baba Badiro eyamanyina kiboko maama ze yankuba nango Badiro era nze wansanga ne kimudu wambodaboda ddali wanzibula n'amasago wanteba kanya kaduro wambodaboda ddali wanzibula n'amasago kanakoze w'omukwano laavu njagala nkuwane kanakoze nze ne taata kamugambe leero njagala nkusuuze kanakoze w'omukwano laavu njagala nkuwane kanakoze nze ne maama kamugambe leero njagala nkusuuze Genze kusiba na mpombo manzifumira omulungi yansima nyimba kokonyo nga bwefuluma mu mulyango gwa taata nze ngenze kusiba mpombo manzifumira omulungi yansima mufumbire nzijule byayagala miteke ku sowani y'ebbumba kachayike katekemu ekisubi kateke mu kikopo ky'ebbumba kanakoze mwami wange laavu njagala nkuwane kanakoze nze ne taata kamugambe njagala nkusuuze kanakoze mwami wange njagala nkuwane kanakoze nze ne taata kamugambe njagala nkusuuze
Thank you very much. This is the point at which we say thank you very much for sharing your evening with us. We are now official. Yes, Replanet Africa is now official. You can become a member. And to just mention that we have friends from Nupea. And yet again, like everyone else, to say thank you very much for having come to celebrate this occasion with us. It is actually time for dinner and networking, and then we shall depart at will. Thank you very much. Nuclear? Energy? Nuclear. Thank you. So we need music.
Good evening. As we wait for music, as we move towards the end of our event, dinner is ready. So, Prof, you're going to lead the chief guest and other guests, and Kofi Annan, minus Annan, and then the rest of us will follow to serve. Carolina, Mark, you'll come together with the come join the chief guest. Where are the winners? Please come join the follow the